You've seen this one, Isaac, the convenience close. I'll walk you through some of the things I get. I got a customer on the fence. They're an undecided buyer, and I'm trying to figure out how do I get you across the fence to buy now? And they're gonna say, well, I wanna think about it. They start making up all these excuses how they wanna delay because they want time to do it. Like, we never make a decision on the spot. Okay, that's fair. Like, I'm not gonna say you can't do that. That's fair, I want your relationship to last. I got a question for you. So you like the idea of solar, right? How long would it take you to figure out how many days, whether you wanna do it or not? 1 day, 2 days? Like tomorrow, could you let me know tomorrow if you wanna do it or not? Then they'll come back. Say, I do it short. I say tomorrow, and then they say, no, I can't do it tomorrow. I need 2 days. Okay, cool. So 2 days. We'll do 2 days. So then I've got them to nail it down. See, what they don't know is what I'm gonna do on this side. What I'm doing is I am leading the mouse to my mousetrap. And they don't know that that's what's happening. And so then that's why I say this. You like it, how long do you need? I keep it short. They say, I need 2 days. I'm like, okay, cool. And then I have to come in here and justify it. I'm like, I've got to help all kinds of people. So solar, I only work from 5 to 8 p.m. So I've got to figure out how to help as many people as I can. And then I always say, corporate America, you work 8 to 5. So you have an 8-hour day. I've got a 3-hour day. So mine's very different. So I have to be highly productive doing it. And I said, because it's really hard for me to come back, I have a convenience offer for you. I put these words underlined because these words are important. Because, so that's justifying it. And then I say convenience, so you can decide by this date. And then once they see that, then what I do is I'll pull up my iPad. And I'll even start joking about, have you guys ever seen a convenience fee that you've paid before and you're trying to figure out why am I paying a convenience fee? Yeah, I was like, I've always been confused. Like, it's like an anti-convenience fee. And so because of that, then what I do is I said, I'm gonna do my convenience fee different, and I pull up these things like this. I'm like, here, check this out. Here's a picture of like me bringing somebody cash. So this is somebody that gave me a referral. So here's what I'll do for you is if you will let me fill out the paperwork now, and I know that you're not gonna buy now, you wanna make the decision on Tuesday. Okay, so today's Wednesday, so you're gonna make a decision on Wednesday. So what I'll do is I'll give you $200 cash back. If you let me fill out the paperwork now. I've got to take some pictures while I'm here, but that way I don't have to come back. So then if you want it, cool, I don't have to come back. And then if you don't want it, I don't care. I mean, don't buy it if you don't want it. Like, it doesn't matter to me. And then they say, okay, yes, that makes sense. Okay, cool, let's fill out the paperwork. And so we fill out the paperwork, but this right here is critical on this. Yes has to be easy. If I don't hear from you by then, we'll start your project on X date. It's like, if I don't hear from you, I'm gonna start the project. So if I don't hear by Friday, Saturday, I'm gonna start your project. But if you don't wanna do it, you have to let me know, that way I don't start your project and we just cancel doing the project. I usually leave this part for when I'm just stepping out the door. I get this done, and then I usually do this after my paperwork's filled out. When I look at this right here, I'm counting on people to be lazy. I just like, you get busy with life, and it just goes through. This one, you actually deliberately have to contact me and tell me I don't want it. And so this is like lazy, time got away from you, forgot, whatever it is, but you advanced. They put me on subscription things on my, they put me on subscription plans, and I'm like, oh crap, they just charged me for this. I'm like, well, it's there. Like, I got Consumer Reports so that I could buy, I can't remember what it was. I wanted to buy a bunch of things that year, so I set up Consumer Reports. I didn't realize it was on recurring. Bam, it hit my credit card. I'm like, I didn't need that. I'm like, well, I guess I have another year of it. It's done now, right? Yeah. And so on those, from now on, I always put them on credit cards that are locked all the time, constantly, perpetually locked. Because every business recognizes if you put somebody on a system that's continuity where it's like that, it advances. So it's the same difference. So when I want to cancel on those continuity ones, because I don't want that problem, I put it on a credit card that's locked, but because they make it very hard for me to say, I want to cancel. It's easy, man. Yes is slick, it's just smooth. No sand in the gears. I show them pictures like this, I've got tons of them, so that they see it and it helps them believe it. But I do that all the time. But I've closed a ton of deals that way, where they just can't make a decision. I'm like, hey, you know what? Why don't we do this? You can decide and let me know. And then they just glided right in. I don't know how much this has made me. It's made me a lot. It's got a lot of people across the finish line that wouldn't have gotten there.